Hello YouTube, I'm AW2 and today I have something a little different for you. Kartal, the maker of the War Room package from a while back, has requested that I play through a demo of his ROM hack. So this is going to be a completely blind playthrough, unlike other videos where I have played the game before. This is going to be completely blind, just blind reactions, and probably heavily edited in case I take too long to finish this. So here we go, very short prologue with a color change to the text box, which is nice. Kind of looks like the Advance Wars 1 text box, but not exactly. It looks like Orange Star is on vacation, which can only mean one thing. It's going to get interrupted. Yes, of course, they're under attack already. Well, who else would rain on your parade at this point? Guess who's back, baby? It's Sturm. It looks kind of Navy-ish. Oh, there are ports on this map. Alright, so first mission. Paradise Resort. If you had said Paradise Lost, I would have had to hurt somebody. Well, I'm gonna hurt these guys either way. Oh, please don't set a time limit like that. Is that the speed time limit? That would be nice if it were the limit for speed. Well, now I actually do want to clear this in 6 days. Alright, so it looks pretty normal. We've already got a mech bearing down on our HQ. This is actually a pretty intense map for the beginning. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that rocket does not have reduced range, so we can safely fire at it with our subs. Oh, I got to change the animations. Forgot to do that. Oh, only one sub can attack the ship, though. Huh, that's interesting. The reef is stopping the other sub from attacking. I wonder if that's intentional. It probably is. You wouldn't want to make the first battleship of the game too easy now, would you? But at least the cruiser can move into its blind spot. That's a good thing. Okay, so as for the rest of these boys, let's go ahead and situate the medium tank on the HQ. I want that enemy medium tank to attack me. It's not going to be a very profitable attack because like the HQ's defense is so high. Let's see, I imagine that taking these bases here is going to be important, but the HQ is all the way over here, so maybe, well, let's start by getting... Oh, what should I do? Actually, this is what I'll do. On the next turn, I will ferry a mech over to that port, and by then, I should have some money for a lander, I think. Actually, what are the unit prices? Oh, unit prices are vanilla. Okay. Oh, 5-star Sturm power bar. That's not good. That's what his power meter was in what was it? The War Room Challenge 2012 ROM hack. I'm getting flashbacks already. So see, that didn't even do anything. How much damage did that medium tank actually do? It was like less than 20. Is this like versus Sturm from Advance Wars 1? Actually, I wonder if you can check. Let's see here. Ooh, Hyper Repair does 3 HP now. Hyper Upgrade does 6 HP. That's interesting. I really should check this out. So yes, it is versus Sturm by the look of it. Yes, the Meteor Strike is now 4 HP, so it's Advance Wars 1 versus Sturm, and the newly reformed Andy. Which is pretty interesting. Let's fight these guys off. Finish up our capturing. And, not enough for a lander. I had to spend money on the medium tank repairs. Let's, Yeah, I'm going to have to approach this area rather carefully. Like, I'm kind of forming something of a plan in my head already. Let's put the cruiser there. It can't be shot. But you can never be too careful. I don't need any more units. I'm gonna wait for the lander. Oh, it's meteor strike time already. 4 damage isn't that bad. That was a pretty quick meteor. Like, there's really not much that's going to... Oh, I, did not dive my other sub. That's, yeah, I should have expected that. It's okay, though, because I've got 6 HP Hyper Repair Andy. And I can do, this. No, that's not enough. Well, that's unfortunate. That wasn't enough to, KO it. Alright, we got the lander. We're probably going to want to wait a couple turns because I have to come up with something to get rid of these indirects. Maybe that's what I should save Hyper Upgrade for. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Joining the 2 subs caused the sub to surface. I guess it was taking the moved unit status instead of the dived unit status. I actually did not know that. That's very strange. Alright, pull these guys back. They need repairs. And I think I'll keep everyone else where they are. The infantry can make it to that base in their own time, I think. Alright, so it looks like we're losing that sub because there's no way the rocket is going to not blow it up. So that's an unfortunate start, but this is a blind playthrough. It's first time. Like, I would prefer to put on a much better show than this, but, them's the breaks. Completely unscripted, that's what I'm doing here. Alright, so what do we do about that HQ up there? I think I know what to do. That is a pretty heavily guarded HQ, but I think a capture is possible. So let's fend off Sturm for a little while. We're certainly not doing this in 6 turns. Like, I have no idea what Andy was thinking. How can you do this in 6 turns? What turn is it at this point? It is turn 5, so I guess it's possible to do it if you're very quick. Oh, that's probably... I'll just move the infantry on the HQ. That's safer. Right about there should be good. Time to try out something really dumb, because I'm Andy. Because I'm actually curious how the AI would react if I... Gosh, Sturm is weak on the offense in this. Like, never underestimate the effect of lowering attack power. I'm actually curious how the AI will react to me doing this. I should have dropped on the mountain, not on the... Okay, that was a bit of a mistake. Should have dropped on the mountain, but that's okay. Yeah, that actually could hurt a little bit. I think I'm going to make a backup lander. Right, okay, so far. Ouch. Oh, he's actually doing the meteor at the end of his turn. I've actually never seen that from Sturm before, so I think the AI for this CO was modified as well. That's actually really interesting. Because, like, normally Eagle is the only one who will use his power at the end of his turn, but we just saw Sturm do that. Alright, so this is actually really good so far. Sturm did not fire at this mech at all, which is really weird. Because now, it's only this artillery that's going to be able to damage the mech, and it's only going to do a tiny amount of damage. Because Sturm's attack power is lower, and I'm on the HQ. So, you know, I thought the indirects were there to guard against such an easy HQ capture, but it looks like That was actually intentional, which is really nice. So I'll just save the hyper upgrade for the next turn when I finish capturing. I don't expect an S rank at all. Like, you expect me to S rank this on the first go? Come on. Anyways, hyper upgrade has been saved up. I think I'm going to use it. Alright, so this was a pretty good opener, I would say. It's very intense right from the get-go, even though it is the first map. But still, pretty good opening. So far I like this. Very interesting to fight against versus Sturm. I'm going to try and get my power score as high as it'll go. But with defensive Sturm, that's actually very difficult. I don't think my technique will be too bad, but you can never be too sure. And boom! You take that, Sammy. Andy's got the real victory march. It's getting away? After it? What do you mean, it? It's Sturm. You know who he is. Never mind. You know, I think 6 turns was in fact the time you need for perfect speed. But at any rate, pretty good opening map. So, moving on to number 2. I will save, actually. Alright, so we've got... that's interesting looking. There are, like, literally no properties except for a couple of cities. What could this be? So is this, like, after Advance Wars 2? Because it seems like they think Sturm should be dead. He definitely died at the end of Advance Wars 2. It looks like Max is being gung-ho as usual, but he wouldn't... Sturmy seas. Come on, Drake made that pun already. That's... No. Oh, dear. Rain with Fog of War, which means our vision is reduced. So Sturm again, huh? Well, actually, that's good for a Fog of War map, because that will reduce the frustration a little bit. So in case I edited out the previous attempts, like, I'm really not feeling it with this map. I think this is a not good map because, like, it's rain, there's Fog of War, which means your vision is reduced, and you only have 1 mech, so if you lose this 1 mech and the T-Copter, there's no capturing the HQ, you have to rout all the enemies, and there are Navy units that you can't get to without your air units. And there are cruisers that you have to deal with only bombers and a submarine. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to give this one a pass. It's probably, like, not one of my favorite maps from this campaign so far. And it's only the 2nd level, too. I think this is way hard for what the 2nd level should be. So not only is there a battleship and 2 cruisers around here, I had to fail this multiple times to, get all the information I needed about the enemy units, because that's the thing about Fog of War, is that you often have to fail multiple times in order to get all the information you need to complete it. So there's a battleship and 2 cruisers here, and there are actually battleships up here, and one of them, the one on the right, is covered by a missile in this force tile. There's a rocket in this tile. Yeah. Like, this is very much relying on... Like, if you lose your bombers and B-copters, then the only way to deal with the C units is to wait for them to run out of fuel. I'm not really feeling it with this map. Like, Fog of War basically thrives on the player not knowing what's out there in order to create its difficulty. And, like, in normal maps, you can see all of the units anyways. So far, this is not a very good one. Alright, so I know that if the bomber attacks this battleship, then the cruiser is going to be in range, too. That's another thing. Also, you don't have any APC to recover any fuel with. The only way to recover fuel or even repair units is with the cities at the start of the map. There's nothing you can capture on the way except for this one little city right here. So at the very least, oh yeah, and if you... like, also keep in mind that every time you make a move and cancel it out, you still, like, spend the fuel. So I don't know the exact position of the cruiser, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to take a shot at it from here. Somewhere around here is an enemy anti-air. I don't think it's anywhere near my units at this moment, so I am pretty safe attacking like this. Yeah, I think this is an okay decision to make. And I gotta find the battleship, so I gotta pay attention to Sturm's power meter too. Now all of these units are going to take 2 damage, including the bombers. 2200, 2200, 900, and 900. Oh yeah, actually, he's definitely going for the bombers. There's no way to get the meteor away from the bombers now. And if the bombers take damage from the meteor, then this is even more against you, because there's no airport for repairing your bombers either. Oh, actually, he avoided hitting 1 bomber, so that's okay. I still have 1 bomber that I can use. Alright. I would like to find out... yeah, there it is. Let's at least get rid of this. And I'm hoping that I can, like, keep the choke point choked here. So I know the missile is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should hopefully stop them at the bridge. And if nothing else, I still have these medium tanks. You've also got not a lot of money for repairing units, too, but you're not going to be doing a lot of repairing anyways. No, he increased missile range to 6. Thanks a lot, Kartal. Like, I had no way of checking out missile range until... Alright, time for the super. Yeah, that's another thing, too. You haven't communicated that missile range has increased to 6. I don't think there were any missiles in the previous map. I guess you could have built one, but there would have been no reason to. Yeah, missile range, 6. And there's an anti-air there, too. I forgot about that. But we'll be able to handle that, because if it goes after the B-copter, then... you know, I'm just going to hit it hard with the bombers. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm sacrificing the B-copter here, but whatever. Just go ahead and destroy that battleship. Does he have another steel power ready? And he might get another one. And thank goodness there are no cruisers in the north section of the map. I don't know if Kartal made it possible for sea units to go through bridges, but that would be really awful. Oh yes, and he also changed Sturm's AI. Sturm now uses his meteor strike at the end of his turn, kind of like Eagle uses lightning strike at the end of his turn. Well, that was a really weird position for the meteor to land, actually, because he could have damaged this tank too. That's strange. Well, whatever, suits me. Alright, so the last thing I need right now is to be surprised by one of the last remaining units. Because I think all of his anti-airs are gone. Oh, the rocket. Forgot about that. There's a recon there, but I don't need to worry. All I have to do is drop here. There's the anti-air. So there should be no way to... There's an artillery here, but he can't see the mech. It's on a forest. So we should be able to get the HQ capture. Now, I'm not getting a good score on this. This is way unfair. But yeah, this is basically the... If you have a method for clearing this more easily than I just did, like, I'm all ears, but I really don't know of any way you could clear this any easier. And with a better rank. Because there's no way this is going to... Oh, it's going to have to wait one more turn. Oops. Luckily, there's no way for that recon to do any more damage than it already has. If the bomber had gotten destroyed by the anti-air, I would have been very upset. But at least I cleared it. 3 attempts. A very, very, way more difficult than it should have been map. Huh? Simulation android. That was a fake Sturm that Orange Star created in order to... Okay. That's a little weird. Why would you make a simulation android? That makes no sense. Especially if it has real meteors. Alright, so 2 down, and this has already taken a little bit longer than it should have. That's still an A rank. That's very interesting. Yes, we have been had. Sorry, Kartal, but you're 1-1 so far. I suppose I will take a break and continue playing later.